What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Welcome back to Resident Evil. I hope for this to be the last video, because there's only about, 20 minutes of the game left. And honestly, this would have been done last video had I just sped on through, but you know what? I like you guys. I want to make sure you see every nook and cranny of Resident Evil Remake. Because it's a good game and stuff. Yeah, let's go with that. So anyway, in the last episode, we started the laboratory and found our boyfriend, Chris Redfield. Awesome. I hope he fucks up a boulder here soon, in a later game. And in this episode, we're going to be finding out the conspiracy behind Umbrella. And taking down the entire laboratory. But before we do that, we need to do probably one of the most brilliant and stupidest game mechanics I have ever seen in a game. Bar none. We need to turn on the elevator. Well, how do you do that? Well, first of all, you get this capsule with big red text. Oh, Lord. Oh, good, there's no fuel. So we'll just take the empty capsule, and now we need to go get more. Where did we get more? We've already been in the room, so I'm just going to lead you all the way back there. Oh, this part. I always love to see, speed runs of this. If only because this part kills your time. Oh God, does it kill your time. Because you read that. If it's shaken or jarred, well, that means you can't get into any fights. So that's why I've killed everything up until now in the general pathway that I'm showing you also right now. Something else you can't do. That'll become apparent here soon. I actually simultaneously love and hate the second half of Resident Evil Remake. For one, the second disc is stupid easy, and you can blow through it in no time. The one reason I don't like it is this. There. Set the capsule and it's getting refilled. Now read this carefully. You can't run. You can turn your body, you can sidestep, but if you push that B button once, you will die. If you shoot your gun, sometimes it's a little finicky on that, but most of the time you'll die. If you get hit by an enemy, you step back because you got hurt and you'll explode. Not exactly the best game mechanic, but I actually really like it because it adds a lot more challenge, especially if you didn't kill anything. Oh God, if you didn't kill anything. The main thing I worry about are the chimeras. If you didn't kill those guys, you're probably going to blow up. But as for the zombies, they're kind of slow and you can kind of backstep to get away from them. But man, if you don't kill this stuff, you're going to be tormented by the fact that you need to walk so slowly just to make it back to that room. I think Capcom knew this, and I think that's why they added jiggle physics to Jill. Jiggle physics, I don't know. There's actually a really funny video. Don't worry about looking. Well, maybe I can't show it. Capcom did a hack of this game to have a Jill workout video. It was actually really funny. Go ahead and look it up. It's good for a short laugh. Oh, there we go. We didn't blow up. Now, I have never blown up from this, and something I really want to try, maybe I'll try it when I have some off time. I wonder if you can, rapidly tap the B button to kind of, scoot across the floor. I really want to know if that's a speedrunning tactic. Because you're technically not running, but you're also technically not walking. So is the game smart enough to recognize you just scooting across the floor? Alright, these chimeras are terrible, and there's an item right there. I want it. I want it. Is it important? No! Screw you! Ow. I took a hit just for a battery pack that I won't even be using. In here is the final control room to turn on the elevator. And there are a lot of chimeras in here. So many chimeras, and I thought there was something in that corner, but there wasn't. On with the power. There we go. We just turned on a rocket, from the sounds of it. So all these chimeras, you don't even have to worry about them unless you want to do a little exploring, but trust me, it's not worth it. You already saw I nearly got killed over a battery pack. Well, that's pretty much the only item in here, unless you wanted to play the GameCube some more. Off we go. We are getting out of here. We don't have to deal with any more chimeras. For the time being, everything is going good. The elevator's on. Whatever's up there, I don't know. But we're moving on in the world. We didn't blow up. Everything's dead. Got an elevator to go up. Awesome. One thing I do want to do, is change my items. Be right back. Back again. Hey, quick question. Do you have a partner at this point in the game? Good job. You saved your only friend. Well, besides Chris, he's currently locked up, though.
Jill!
Barry,
You could have at least waited up for me, you know?
let's go.
I love how after all that, Jill just kind of laughs it off. I guess when you compare the good to the bad, Barry has helped you more than he's hindered you. But still, I would be a little suspicious. Like, I wouldn't laugh and say, "Oh, Barry, you're still here." I'd be like, "Yeah, what's up, Barry? You feeling okay? I know you got your gun and everything, but you feeling okay? You're not going to try to shoot me, are you?" What the? No. No, quit it. I hate it when I press up too many times. So anyway, get ready. I've got my item equipped. Guess what time it is? It's time for the big boss fight.
Wesker!
Thank you, Barry.
Well, what do you know?
Oh, don't blame Barry for everything. I hear that his better half and 2 lovely daughters will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
Wesker, you're pathetic.
Well, you shouldn't worry too much, dear. You'll be free of all this anyway.
Why eliminate stars?
Believe it or not, that's Umbrella's intention.
You're just a slave of Umbrella.
Smart girl, but I think you misunderstand me. The things you mention are nothing. I'll burn all of them along with this entire laboratory. Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry,
You gotta love Barry. He must really be afraid of Umbrella.
you and Umbrella took his family. You bastard. Oh!
Umbrella? Well, I used some carrots and sticks to cow him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used Barry for my personal interests. Though both you and Barry seem to think I was following Umbrella's orders.
What? What are you planning?
I guess it's time for show and tell. It's magnificent.
For the sake of this thing.
You know, I hate goodbyes.
Barry!
Forgive me.
No, you're not to blame. It's Umbrella and Wesker.
Even if it meant my family, I couldn't bear turning my back on my friends again. Shit! Damn it!
Jill and Barry together. In hell.
You want a piece of me?
What? Premature.
No, Barry! You viral cultured freak!
Meet the Tyrant, the main boss of the Resident Evil series. He's a lot slower than the one in Resident Evil 0, and, 3, 4, 5. He's a lot weaker, too. You have more space to move around than in 0, so he's not really that big of a deal, especially if you got the Magnum. But seriously, he's not strong at all, so you have no reason to die from him. And there's nothing really here. And I actually like this Tyrant as opposed to the other one because you can hear the heart more. That's kind of like the big tell, like, oh shit, there's going to be a Tyrant around here, because you can hear the heartbeat. And this one looks a bit more demonic, looks a bit more Frankenstein together, so it actually looks like a monster. But you want to know what the bigger monster is? The abomination from Resident Evil Afterlife, or that wasn't it. Extinction! Oh my god, that movie sucked! Because they made the Tyrant talk. And by the way, that was mention of William Birkin, one of the main scientists from Resident Evil 2. So they kind of tied all the stories together. You saw him in 0, and now you're hearing about him in 1, and he's one of the main guys in 2. Awesome. I love when a plan comes together. Oh, yeah, Barry.
Barry! Barry! You're okay.
Jill, sorry. That was careless of me. Wesker.
He's gone.
First, let's just get out of here.
Okay, so Barry's not so much a bad guy. He was just being blackmailed. I just think he saved us because he likes us. Aww. I'm sorry, Barry.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing
Wesker must have
all
set it
logs.
off. Let's hurry.
How the hell did Wesker escape?
Self-destruct system.
We went through the only door! And then he set off the self-destruct? How? Oh, by the way, it wouldn't be a Resident Evil game without a self-destruct sequence. Oh, I'm glad they're following formula, or at least this one started the formula.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all logs.
I love cutscenes with no dialogue. So anyway, we actually have a pit stop to make, because this is the grand finale. The entire place is going to go up in flames, but we need to make one more stop. All doors have been unlocked, and this is definitely an emergency, so we need to go save Chris. And there's a lot of... Oh, God, these guys. Oh, what? He jumped. Oh, he jumped and got me. That's not fair. But anyway, this is a dire emergency, so every door in the complex is open. And this is also the last chance to check item... Well, not check item boxes, but if you missed anything within the complex, this is the best time to go get it. And save it for... something else. I don't know. Something might happen. Whole place might blow up. I don't know. Might be another monster. Who could tell? But for now... Chris! Chris! You shall be saved! I'm coming for you, baby! It's like Juliet and Nick.
Jill,
Sorry about the wait.
System has
so everything's taken care of?
Well, almost. Now let's get the hell out of here.
deactivating.
Jill always takes care of business. She sings that to herself, taking care of business. Like Wesker. He is dead and gone now, except he used the self-destruct, so it makes no sense. Oh, right. So now, Chris is your AI partner. For a very short time. At least he's not stupid as bricks and will use all your healing items on you. Resident Evil has not evolved well.
Has been activated. All personnel
Come on,
must
let's go.
evacuate immediately. Deactivating.
Come on! Follow me! Follow me! Come on! Hello? I really want to play Dead Rising now. I just love whenever you're calling out to random people and Frank West just goes, come on! Hello? That always ends up happening. I just let everyone die and then he just says, hello? Oh! Something to also note. As this place is about to explode, every single zombie you have not killed yet will come back up as a Crimson Head. Like this dude. So, just be very careful. This is the final stretch of the game, and they want to make it as hard as possible, so every zombie's going to come back as a Crimson Head. Which is why I'm kind of glad they all showed up when they did. There's a few more items that I really want to get. Just to let you know, if you're getting the ending that is the main ending, get decked out for war. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Self-destruct system
Alright,
has been
actually, I think that's good enough, so
personnel must
let's move on. One of the final rooms and one of the final choices you can make in my Let's Play.
Come on!
Hurry!
This is the big choice.
self-destruct system.
Of all the things you've done so far in this Choose Your Own Adventure Let's Play, this is one of the deciding points. It all depends on what your ending is. Who will live? Awesome, you're sticking with me. That's the best choice you can make.
System has been activated.
Hey, where'd the guys go?
Personnel must evacuate.
They were gonna come with me. Why didn't they?
Deactivating.
Oh, you jerks, letting a woman do all the work? Well, to be fair, she has handled herself more than they have, so I guess it's okay.
Self-destruct.
They'll catch up later. They're men. They'll tough it out.
This is Brad. I'm running out of fuel. If there's anyone alive, contact me now or just give me a sign. I repeat, this is your last chance.
Everything comes down to this one final point. It's our last chance to be saved, and hey, they're the guys! Glad you decided to show up after, talking with Brad a little bit. He didn't say much of anything important. He did just mention, this is his last chance. He's running out of fuel. And I completely forgot that you need one slot open for this stupid item right here. I don't know why they did this. I think I know why, but it's dickish game design. They made it so that you can't have a full arsenal going up to the final boss. You have to have at least one spot open. I hate that.
3 minutes to detonation.
Damn it! We're almost there! Jill, you just get in contact with Brad.
No!
We can make it. Jill, ladies first.
Chris!
Would you let me have my moments too?
All right. We'll rendezvous at the heliport.
Yes, Jill. Let Barry and Chris have their man time. Because now, we have 3 minutes left to beat the game. Now, I don't know about you. You may think this is a cheap shot to just steal 10 seconds from you, but I think it's brilliant to have the timer happen during cutscenes. It gets you all tensed up, and I love it. This game did it, for this ending in particular. Resident Evil 4 did it, and I love it. So this is also one of the reasons they took one slot away from you, because you also need to use the signal flares. Hey, Brad, come get us.
Jill!
You made it!
welcome to the final boss, the Tyrant, again. Now, this actually kind of makes sense. Whoa! This does kind of make sense, because, really? Did he really die since you just shot him 5 times and then he just fell? We need to make sure he dies for good. So, the final fight, you have a lot more... Oh, shit. You have a lot more room to run around, which means he will come charging at you, and it hurts. Are you kidding? I was at fine. Damn it. Alright, so it's kind of hard to dodge his attacks. Basically, you need to go against his claw. And he's charging up. Whoever shoots him the most is who he'll go after. And most of the time, it just happens to be me. And, oh, shit! I was completely wrong. Go against his bad arm. But when you shoot him enough, this happens.
Jill, use it! Kill it, whatever it is!
Something I haven't mentioned, Barry can die in this scenario. So if you want to save him, you need to shoot him fast enough. But here's the rocket launcher. Thank you, Brad. Let's go ahead and get in a good position. Thank God for auto lock. Aim and fire! And they all lived to be in better games. Jill Valentine would later go on to be in Resident Evil 3 as the protagonist once again. Chris Redfield would continue his journey and eventually end up with his sister in Resident Evil Code Veronica, and then eventually Resident Evil 5 and 6. And Barry, sadly, his fate led to Resident Evil Gaiden, the Game Boy game. So anyway, that was Resident Evil. I really like how you still have a final boss to fight, and depending on who you saved is really dependent on whether you have a final boss or not. See, the Tyrant was there just as one boss that you could kill, you didn't have to kill. Well, you did have to kill him, but you didn't have to fight him again if you went one of the different paths. In fact, I think only one other path has you fighting the final Tyrant. But anyway, thoughts about this game. I love Resident Evil Remake. It is so good. Just the fact that it's... How do I explain it? It's really good. If you're used to the tank controls that the series is known for, up until 3, or up until 4, because that's when everything changed, it is really good. All the puzzles are really good and well thought out. All the items are in well-put places. The enemies have just the right amount of difficulty. It's not cheap hard. It doesn't have annoying enemies, save for the chimeras. I just really like this game. But throughout all these scenes, you actually see a bunch of the different cutscenes that I haven't showed yet, because it's in the other scenario. Chris Redfield. He'll be next on the docket. So, now that we finished Jill's, let's move on to the story we didn't see, Chris Redfield. But first, let's see how I did in this game.
Jill, you did a fine job.
At the end of your game, you'll get your final time. This is actually a really terrible time. But there are a few bonuses for beating the game at specific times. When you beat it on normal mode your first time from a brand new game, you'll get real survival mode. The item boxes are no longer linked. You have to manually aim. And believe it or not, that's the first version of the game before they came out with the auto aim. You also get the closet key. Tons of I can't talk. There's couple new costumes to unlock. And the Samurai Edge gun. The Infinite Pistol. And Chris and Jill both get it. Well, so that's awesome. If you beat it in under 2.5 hours, you get the Infinite Rocket Launcher, a speedrunner's best friend. But, now... Oh, another little Easter egg. After you beat the game from a brand new game, you get a new background. So, that's it for Jill's story. I hope you like the ending that you got. If not, go ahead and choose another one. And there's tons of new modes to unlock, and I'll be doing those in separate videos. But for now, Jill's is done, so let's go for another story. See you next time for Chris Redfield.
Resident